You are so beautiful to me. Let's get settled in here. Enough of that little preview there. We'll try to have an interesting live today. We'll see how long we'll last. Um, got to start a little bit late today. Having issues with technical issues again. I am horrible with this stuff. It's always when you're using software, it's always kind of sucky to do it yourself. For some of you that, well, there's people out there that actually do this all the time. I'm sure they're already used to it, but I use different type of softwares here and there to try to do my lives, and it's just easier to just put the phone. But I want to do something different so I can show you guys more stuff. Ronald, welcome. How are you, Ronald? Omar, little brother, good to see you again. Oh man, I'm so excited. I got some brother Omar has some good news. I'm so happy for him. How you guys doing? Omar is still nervous about your life journey. Oh man, you're gonna grow up. You're gonna grow up right now. You're gonna grow up. People get offended when we hear that, but that's because people don't understand what people mean by that. And but I mean by growing up, it doesn't mean that you're a little kid and you don't know anything. No, on the contrary, it means that you you are old enough to handle what's coming your way. And hey, we're still growing up. Yeah, don't worry. That's for you. That's for you to tell. That's your story. That's not my story. But I'm very, very happy for you. I think it's gonna be great. Let me see. I normally have this going on. Where's my notification? There we go. All right, cool. Hey guys, thanks for giving the thumbs up. I appreciate it. I see Ron and Omar. You guys have already done that. Appreciate it. Uh oh. Seis siete Pooh is in the house. Today I'm going to share a bunch of clips with you guys that I've been preparing for the day. And we're going to start with some push ups as you guys already saw the preview. That is exactly the first video that we're going to play, but we'll wait for a couple of more patriots to get in here, see if anybody else gets the notification. Man, I'm going to tell you something. Oh, I was having some really bad pains. I wasn't going to go live, but then Cujo Fire would have missed me too much. So I have to do it. I have to do it. Hi, Lisa. How are you? It's been about 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes, according to the timer. So, not sure. I didn't get a notification on my phone. This is why I tested with here. Um, I've noticed a couple of things on my lives for some reason. There was a guy earlier that was trying to post some stuff like comments and stuff, and it wouldn't go through for some reason. He was saying something about Democrats like their favorite tool. Fear mongering is a Democrat's favorite tool, and it wouldn't allow him to put that on the chat. Hey, Magic Cat, welcome. You like that? That was pretty good. Just came out. I thought it was pretty good. That was pretty good. We're gonna watch some videos today. We're gonna watch some clips. We're gonna have fun. We're just gonna hang out, and we're gonna. Well, let's see. There's a lot of things out there that we are to watch together. And the reason why I'm doing this one right now is because I want to see what the take is on people when they watch certain videos. We will be listening to some CNN news. I think if I did it right, I think it's going to be a CNN thing. Cool Cat Renee is in the house. Welcome, Cool Cat Renee. Always great to see you, my old friend. Juba Lee says, "Go Trump, build a ballroom with donated cash." Let's not forget, he's actually using some of his cash as well. Which, by the way, hi Trinity, how are you, sis? Welcome, welcome. We need to do away with HB1 visas. Well, you know, man, yeah. It feels like it sometimes. Some people don't understand that. Man, welcome. I see my patrons are in here coming in already. Oh my gosh, man. I thought I was going to die earlier. I've been having this like pains on my stomach. Ooh. I don't think they're gold stones like some people say. It's something else that is just, once in a while it comes through. It feels like you're going to die. That's how much this thing is painful. Yes. Hopefully it goes away. It's probably just some gas from beans. Need to get those pills. I think it's called Beano. Beano is one of those gas pills that alleviates your gas pains in your stomach and your intestines, etc. I think that we're gonna have to get some type of sponsors for Beano. Beano, you're out there. I am your most perfect beaner that you can use as to sponsor. Oh man, I hope not. I hope not, Papayas. I hope they're not ulcers. You know what? I have taken, because of the pain in the bones and all this other stuff. Yeah, most of you guys probably know what that feels like. I have taken a lot of what do you call those? I've done the Tylenol arthritis medicine, and I did take those for a long time. And I try not to take them, but once in a while I have to. I got no choice. It's a lot of pain, my friends. A lot of pain. So hopefully Papayas is not right about those ulcers. We don't have papayas here, but if I was living in the island, you betcha, I will be eating lots of papayas. Thank you for that advice, my friend. I appreciate it. J. Diverticulist, diverticulitis, diverticulistis, diverticulit. Bruh, I tried. We'll just call you Diver. Welcome to the chat, guys. Jay says, I am getting you a ladybug bikini espresso coffee. That's nice. Very nice. Mug for Christmas. Did you see the guy who ran into the White House fence? What? How did I miss that? How is this not news? How did I miss this thing? Somebody ran into the White House fence? Yeah. That would have been a good video to actually share with you guys. But too much frijoles, Ronald. I wish that was the thing. I don't know what the hell is causing this intestinal gastrointestinal pains. Colin, let's see. Somebody says they hit. Let me see, man. I haven't seen this. Let's see. Get what? Why? Let's see. Is this the one that at nighttime? Let me see what this is.
The Fox 5 News alert: a driver.
Driver crashes into White House barricade. Is that the one? Let's see. Interesting. 17 hours ago, and I didn't know about it. Cheese and crackers. Where is the button? All right, let's take a look, guys. Well, what's going on here? What's going on?
Taken into custody after crashing into a barrier at the White House.
Yeah, this morning, Secret Service and D.C. police giving the all clear, but the incident certainly caused some concern last night. Our Melanie Ulnwick has all the details on this incident. Mel, bring us up to speed. What happened here?
Yeah, so one of the things we want to let you know is sort of where we are. So this is not the main White House gate that leads to Pennsylvania Avenue. This is 17th and E, and this is the gate that would lead to the President's Park as well as the South Lawn. And I want you to take a look there, just underneath the stop sign. You can see where those bollards have been toppled. Now let's take you to the video here of moments after the crash. You can see how close the car came to striking the security shack. It was about 10:37 p.m. The doors of the vehicle were all opened as investigators worked to clear the scene, checking for any weapons or potential explosives. The Secret Service Crime Search Unit team then documented the evidence. Now, we don't yet know who was driving the car. A Secret Service spokesperson telling Fox 5 the individual was immediately arrested by U.S. Secret Service Uniform Division officers, and the vehicle was assessed by the Secret Service and the Metropolitan Police Department and deemed safe. Now, back out live here again, you can see this is just the first entrance. And if you go back further, there's actually yet another security gate as well. So it would have been pretty tough for someone to drive through here and get.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Well, they probably didn't make much of a deal. Oh, hey, Meldon, my Navajo friend is here. Yate. Welcome, my friend. I have some videos here that we are going to be judging. We're just going to see if we get what reaction we get to this sort of videos. I want to start off this chat with a couple of. Oh, if you guys don't know what that means, that means it's sort of like a hello, but also saying like everything is well from the earth, our land, or it's a symbolical gesture. If you guys didn't know that, I'm sure that Meldon knows exactly what that means. And Colin says there are always going to be bad apples. Yes, yes, yes. I don't eat bad apples. Zena says, I am not even lying when I say I get physically ill when I hear a conservative speak about politics. Well, today we're not going to speak about politics. We're going to criticize politics. Nah, I'm just kidding. We're going to talk about politics. And some religion, if people jump into the subject, is what we do. Magic Cat says, Viva Trump. Let's go. Trinity, yes. Meldon Mike, it's our brother from our Navajo Nation. You probably remember from earlier. He was on that live as well. But why don't we start off with some push-ups contest. I think is very great. And I think you guys will enjoy this. Now, one of the things that I'm going to tell you about this push-up contest here is I love to see that I think there is some older servicemen in this contest, and I just think it's amazing. I love it. Here you go, guys. Enjoy.
3, 2, 1, go! Down, up, 1, down, up, 2, down, up, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Isn't that cool? That was awesome. I love that. I love that. Colin says, Trinity, you are a beautiful. She really is. She has a great heart. I love Trinity. She's my most favorite YouTube sister in our world. And of course,
today you'd be happy to meet with the Democrat.
We're going to have some CNN information for some of you people out there that think that we don't watch a CNN or MS. I can barely pronounce that. Oh, I hate that network. You know what I'm talking about. You know the thing. You know the thing. So, what do you guys think about this? About all these people in here? About Pete Hegseth leading the charge. You see hundreds of military in the back doing push-ups as well. symbolically, it's a symbolical gesture of fitness in our service. And wasn't it great to see that older service in there? I don't know the ranks, maybe some sort of general or something. That was pretty awesome to see. I wanted to start this live showing you that, because that is exactly what we need on the military. And I think there is actually one of these clips we're going to catch somebody that is, I believe they're on the left side type of thinking. Don't worry, I made a lot of clips for you guys. Well, not that lot, but a few clips so that you guys can watch and enjoy how they see things different than we do. All right, let's check out and see what CNN is up to.
Today, he'd be happy to meet with the Democrats if they stop holding the government hostage. They could easily walk in there tonight, pass the CR.
Number one, I am not CNN. Man, what a killer. What a bus off. Oh, son of a gun. Here you go. Now this is the
Today, he'd be happy to meet with the Democrats if they stop holding the government hostage. They could easily walk in there tonight, pass the CR, give us 7 weeks. The president brings everybody together. And my strong belief is that they would wind up negotiating on a number of issues, and they would come to an agreement. The president doesn't want to negotiate under duress. In the Hill today, a Democrat senator anonymously said, none of us want to vote to open the government because, quote, we'd face the guillotine. That's their words from our base.
Yeah,
That's what
look, I think you just made a very important.
Here's what I think.
What do you guys think about that? Did anybody even watch that? We're going to play another.
Is there proper training happening?
So this one, they're saying that. Sorry about the video there. It's horrible. I'm going to fire this guy that's controlling my screen monitoring here. It's just me, guys. It's just me. I'm sure you already figured that out. But check this out. This is Anna something. She's always making dumb comments. She thinks she's very clever. As a Hispanic person, I tell you right now, I would love to sit down with this crazy lady and just kind of teach her some manners. Check this out, guys.
Here when it comes to ICE?
There's not. We've all seen it. And there should be.
You definitively state that they're not being properly trained. Do you know that?
They're shooting dogs. They're shooting dogs in people's that have been locked in people's bathrooms. They're abandoning small children alone in cars while they. No, it's not false. Look it up. Don't just say false. I actually
abandoning small children. They turned the children over to HHS.
There were actually small children abandoned in a highway in a car in Cicero, Illinois.
You make these sweeping statements that they're not training.
Would you like me
they're
to
not
get
training ICE
with,
of course
with
they go
examples
through training.
of what is happening?
Of course they're training them.
Well, they're training them, then they're not learning the stuff. They're definitely violating human rights, Scott.
Well, I disagree with you.
Okay, well.
Well, look, Scott, she had a specific example. It sounds like you were unfamiliar with it.
I'm not aware of her example. Here's what I know.
Okay, so
under
you don't
Joe Biden, they didn't enforce federal immigration law. Now we do. We're having hundreds of thousands of interactions.
My point is that you
things
just
will
said,
happen, but she said they are not
I know,
training.
but
She said they're not training.
Do you think that
She was saying a specific example, and you said it was false.
She said, quote, they're not training them.
You just acknowledged that you don't know what she was referring to.
I don't know what she's talking
scooping up U.S. citizens without giving them...
I disagree with the generalization. They're scooping up U.S. citizens.
There's 170 that have been scooped up.
Well, there's over 500,000 illegal aliens that have been deported.
There's little children that have been scooped up that are U.S. citizens.
All right, look.
I know, you don't want the law enforced. I get it. You don't have to yell at me. You don't want the law enforced.
I understand.
Listen, look, it is true.
Guess what?
That
On
United
this
States
table, black and white people can
have been detained by ICE without
detained and released.
Yeah,
released.
But whether you're detained
after
and released
hours
or days, your rights may still be violated, and that's still an issue that people have a right to be concerned about.
Can I just throw a curveball? The reason why they're often detained though is also because of the color of their skin.
Absolutely.
Of course.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's, again, a sweeping blanket general. Do you know of a
Well, we got
specific
data for that.
instance
No,
where
no,
someone,
we got
I mean,
data for that.
honestly.
I actually,
Question, do
the
you know
answer
of a
is
specific
They got
instance
data
of
for
what?
that.
the answer
I mean,
is
you're saying they're
hold
not
on a
creative.
second.
You're saying they're racist.
The
I mean, these are
answer-
I
blanket
didn't say that.
statements.
That was a blanket
That's
statement.
The
wild.
answer is
Bro, I feel so bad for Jenkins. Jenkins is in there. It's like a small sheep in the middle of wolves. I think that he defended his case fairly well against her, and Anna Navarro it truly is just an idiot, as Lisa has just said. My dog Cha Cha is a great judge of character. And cats too. Remember when she was campaigning? She was campaigning for, I think, what was it, Hillary Clinton? She said her dog Cha Cha has a great judge of character. And then she said, oh, shoot, there's cat people in here. And cats too. And my dog Cha Cha loves Kamala. Oh, man, these people. You know the one thing that I've noticed? Tyler's in the house. There he is. Oh, yeah, Tyler, how are you, brother? Welcome. James, look it up. It's just like Biden saying a joke. I just happened to catch that at the end of it. Let's see. Kids just spend most of the time inside all the time. If people have proper paperwork, they get let go. Correct. So we have to acknowledge something, right? If they are looking for certain people, they're gonna go find those certain people. And if I know a lot of people would be happy if ICE came to my house to check on me and everything. Well, once they find out that that I have the right paperwork and everything here, then they'll go about their way, right? But these people just they hear stories. Now there is no actual video that I have seen. I mean, if there is, somebody let me know. We'll look it up. 420. How are you? Welcome, my friend. Welcome. Howdy, stoners, he says. Man, 420 looks like he's into the devil's lettuce thing. Let's see, 938 New York time. I'm assuming that he's saying 9:38 p.m. That would be 2138 hours. That's how we do it. Let's see, Alf. I don't know why La Malinche is still on the air. Alfie, dude, this guy has an iconic little character on there. I used to watch Alfie when I was a teenager, a long time ago. Let's see. Marvin says hello, Marvin. Back to America, says Marvin. He took a vacation to his motherland before he came back in here. 420 says, indeed, I remain pot committed. All right, let me see what the
just
other
got a
one is
rude
gonna be here. Oh yeah, guys, listen to this guy. President Donald Trump just got a rude awakening. Check this out, guys. You're not gonna believe what they're saying about President Donald Trump, and this is how our beautiful Gavin Newsom, beats Donald Trump. You patriots better be careful. Here we go.
Trump just got a rude awakening on Wednesday morning as California Governor Gavin Newsom says he's bringing in the National Guard. Yep, California Governor Gavin Newsom.
Oh my gosh. Seriously? Ah, man, that is horrible. I apologize about that, guys. I thought I got the right clip. Did I delete the wrong clip? Oh, man, I deleted the wrong clip. All right, so here's the thing, and I'm going to share one from Charlie Kirk as well. So Gavin Newsom is calling the National Guard. Check this out, guys. Gavin Newsom is calling the National Guard because they are having a crisis and people need to be fed. So we're going to use our military to just feed people, on the street, apparently. And that was a really, wow, what a character that this man is showing. I think that is exactly why we train military. This is why the army was created, so that we can come and feed some people on the street. here's my question. A lot of Democrats says defund the police. They don't want police officers. They want social workers. They want to pay social workers to come and visit people, to slow down crime and to control. Instead of sending the police, they want to send social workers. Yeah, well, that doesn't work for me. Okay, that does not work for me. And so they are saying that President Donald Trump is being outmatched by Gavin Newsom by bringing the National Guard. And, you know, my question here is, okay, so you saw that your police was being overwhelmed by illegal immigrants and American citizens in LA. They were graffitiing federal buildings, destroying property. If you don't believe me, watch the videos. They were burning cars, and they were doing all this stuff. As a matter of fact, here, why don't we take a look at an old video here that we are all familiar with. This is just a few seconds, and here you go. You guys remember this? This never happened in L.A., by the way. There was no violence. There was no rioting. This is just our...
You know, let's hope that no one is hurt and no one is injured, and it doesn't escalate from here. Look at the flag. Yeah, Guy, I see
there it is.
You
Mexican flag can, you know.
You know, this is criminal activity that I hope is people are held accountable for. And I'm talking about the riots right here.
Where are the cops?
Yeah, where are they? You know, let's hope.
Where are the social workers? That's what I want to know. Where are the social workers? Here, look at these guys. These guys were peaceful. Look at that, peaceful. Remember that? Yeah. Look at that. Peaceful. But nothing to see, nothing to see, nothing to see, guys. Everything is peaceful. Everything is peaceful. Let me see. What else do we got in here? This one is just a meme. This is AI. But I will play it for you. That is exactly what we get to see, guys. That is exactly what we get to see. You know, no matter how many times they try to lie to us and tells us that it's peaceful protest, there's nothing happening, they go around and then they go and take a look that there's nothing happening, they say. As a matter of fact, there's a small briefing of it. Let me see if I can.
Thank you for being here. I apologize. I'm going to have to.
Let me see. I don't know how important this is. Let's see.
Arrest or unlawful activity.
All right. Let's take a look at a few seconds of this, and see what they actually say. Bear with me, and as I show you this clip. Okay, here we go. Let's see.
Thank you for being here. I apologize. I'm going to have to. I'll give my piece, and then I'll go back on a conference call I was on and have to go back on. But I'll be back after that for one-on-ones if you have an interest. So good evening, and thank you, Mayor Bass. As of this afternoon, the Los Angeles Police Department is on tactical alert and in a state of partial mobilization. These designations are critical tools that allow us to expand our operational capacity to safeguard our communities and respond effectively to any unrest or unlawful activity. Let me explain for the public what all these means in practical terms. When we declare a tactical alert, we're activating a department-wide operational posture that enables us to reallocate officers rapidly, hold over shifts as needed, and prioritize major incidents. Officers assigned to the field remain in their areas unless they're reassigned. Activities are narrowed to police work of significance or major importance, and officers who are able to return to the field in their areas of assignment. We also notify all relevant command staff, including my office, the Office of Operations, Emergency Operations Division.
So they try to play it like there was, everything is going to be under control, guys. Everything is just fine. Now for, let me see who said that. I read something. Emily says, people who protest are people who have papers. Sure. Let me tell you something, Emily. Okay? From a migrant perspective, let me tell you something. 21 million illegal immigrants can make up the population up to 42 states. Do you think that we are going to believe, especially on sanctuary cities and states, that all the protesters that were out there saying, chinga tu madre, ICE, all these people that were over there cursing in Spanish to the ICE agents, everybody in Spanish, if they were Americans, they would have spoke English. And I can tell you right now that most of them were illegal. I can tell you that right now. A lot of the people have no respect for the laws of this country. Don't make excuses for them. 21 million illegal immigrants. Where are you going to put them at? What are you going to do with them? What do you think is going to happen? You don't care what happens to this country. If somebody's going to be a traitor, it's going to be you, Americans, who support illegal immigration. Because you are sponsoring invasions to our country. It's very simple. There's nothing difficult to know about that. So don't make up excuses. We have plenty of videos, and I can tell you that these are not legal. These are not legal Americans. Say. Here's another video of the legal Americans protesting. I'm sure you're going to love this one as well. Here you go. You can continue defending your Mexican Americans. Americans, they all wear the Mexican flag. That's real Americans. This guy. That looks like a white guy, actually. Like a redneck. Look at the Americans. Do you see the Americans wearing the Mexican flag? This is the Americans that you're talking about? Look at that. Yeah? I'm sure that's the Americans that you're talking about, right? Yeah. I think you're right. And maybe I'm wrong, guys. Sorry, I thought that there was a lot of illegal immigrants on there. I find it very interesting how people say that. And they do stupid videos like this. And I'm going to tell you something. I know you believe all this is a peaceful protest, but on this next clip that we're going to show you here, you're going to see that your Americans protesting peacefully, this is what they do. And, well, let's take a look, see if I can make this a little bit bigger for you guys to watch. Let's see. I'm sure you guys already seen this. You just kind of ignore what you've seen or heard. Oh, Junior Vasquez just got on. You missed. What the hell was that? Right. I don't know. That sounded weird. Junior, you just missed a couple of videos from Americans protesting. They're not illegal immigrants. They're just American protesters peacefully protesting. So we're going to share our next video. Thanks for the super chat, brother. Man, I can't wait for next year, man. I'm starting to get nervous about it. But we're going to continue to push on and see how it goes. Now, this is a tactic that helps Americans take their frustrations out. And, well, you know, somehow they get to calm down a little bit. So what we do when we celebrate birthday parties, any type of celebration, really, there's always piñatas that we like to hit. Well, enjoy this piñata. And enjoy the Americans, of course, protesting. There's quite a few white people in here that love to protest with illegal Mexicans. There is no audio. That is accurate. Oh man, that guy sucks hitting that piñata. Let me tell you right now. I would have busted that thing in one hit. Look at all the American flags, guys. Look at all the American flags. No illegals in here. Every American, look at that. American, 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 all over the place, American. And look at all this up here too. There's some Mexican flags up there, Salvadorian flag. Oh yeah, yeah. These are all American protesters. 100%, guys. I'm sorry. I guess I was lying to you guys. I guess they are all Americans protesting on the streets of LA. Yeah, definitely. We got it wrong, guys. It was all Americans. These guys really think that we're that stupid. But you know what? We had to be held accountable for our actions, and we just can't hide it. We got to call it as we sees it. Man, I really thought that this was the actual clip. Doggone it! I'm going to share one.
Overdressed for the occasion.
This is the hateful man that people talk about on the left, and this is the guy that everybody on the left were celebrating, or most people on the left were celebrating, that got shot. It is what it is. There's a lot of hateful people out there, but I'm going to share this clip because I think that it shows who he really was, and those people that are willing to conversate, to be able to have that communication, the dialogue. This is exactly a great example of that, and I appreciate this.
Overdressed for the occasion, or are you underdressed?
I'm probably underdressed.
Do you like my tie?
You got to learn how to tie a tie.
I know, dude. I tried.
That's pathetic,
dude.
Yeah,
it's not that bad.
It's really bad.
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad?
Like that's a 2, man.
Really?
That's really bad.
Okay. Well,
do you guys agree that's really bad?
I disagree with that. I tried my best. I watched the video on YouTube.
Trying your best means absolutely nothing.
Okay, Jason Tatum, how to tie a tie. That's what I did.
Yeah, again, it's...
You're saying Jason Tatum wasn't valid?
I'm saying you didn't follow his instructions, but yes, what's your question? So, I'm giving you a hard time, yeah.
I know. Do you think big girls deserve love too?
All people deserve love. Thank you for your question.
Okay. That young man, he's right. 100%. Everybody deserves some love. Isn't that awesome? I love this young man's attitude. It looks more like probably a high schooler. But that's exactly how you should be, man. And I love the way that he calls it. He calls it out and says, hey, listen, you can try all you want. That means nothing. If you still got it wrong, you got it wrong. You know what I'm saying? And he was honest about it. He's like, yeah, okay. Well, he ended up asking the question before he left. And wasn't that awesome the way the kid was laughing? Like, I can see he's building some sarcasm in there. He's being serious. He's being jokeful. I think it was very great. I don't know. I enjoyed that kid that came out. I mean, we say kid because we got older now, but I really appreciated that that clip from him. I also want to let me see, what is this? Is this also
a rude awakening on?
Okay, this is the one that I was telling you guys about the. This is the clip. I gave you the wrong one. I thought I deleted it, to be honest, but this is the other clip that I'm telling you guys. This is Gavin Newsom showing off something that Trump cannot do, guys. This is serious stuff.
Wednesday morning, as California Governor Gavin Newsom says he's bringing in the National Guard. Yep, California Governor Gavin Newsom is sending in the National Guard as a result of Donald Trump's disastrous government shutdown. Newsom will deploy the California National Guard and California volunteers on a humanitarian mission, essentially, against Trump to support food banks as the federal government shutdown delays food benefits for millions of California families. So think about the contrast. Donald Trump sending the National Guard into cities to destroy people's lives and attack people living in the United States.
So President Donald Trump sends the National Guard to destroy American lives. I don't know. I don't know how. What? Okay, you know what? I'll let you guys tell me. I'll let you guys tell me. Okay. What really is your opinion on that? Do you really believe what that guy said? Honestly, you don't have to. You don't have to. Fake it because it's us here. Honest opinion. What do you think about
John 3:16? You can't get physical with me.
I got something else for you to show you as well. But what do you guys think about that? We know Gavin's an idiot. I get it. I get it. Ronald says that was stage. Jabali says, what a joke. Okay, okay. Let's see. You guys are talking about Charlie Kirk still, I think. Let me see. January 6th preventative? Absolutely, Marvin. Absolutely. President Trump tried it 3 times, they say. But, I still think that it's, going back to the Charlie Kirk, I think is what you guys are talking about, right? It's that interaction, I think, is great. There is some kids on there that actually agree with Charlie Kirk, and they get on there so that they can be sarcastic about their comments. Some of them just want confirmation, and I saw him do that a lot with some of the kids, because even though they learn something new that they didn't think about before, they need confirmation, and that's what we got to give them. We got to give them confirmation. I am not going to sit here and tell you that Charlie Kirk was the greatest speaker out there in college campuses and all that stuff, because to be honest, I didn't hear of Charlie Kirk, way after Louder with Crowder. Louder with Crowder to me was that guy that was going out on campus, changed my mind. And I think that he's very smart, very knowledgeable. And, he's a little bit more neutral, I guess, because he's not on the religious side of it, it seems like. Though I believe he believes in God somewhere. But he was the original, and he's the one that I thought was very popular, making this sort of content. And then I started seeing videos from Ben Shapiro, and then they popped in a couple of clips from Candace Owens, and then they popped more clips into my feed from Charlie Kirk, and he started becoming more known and this and that. But I mean, Louder with Crowder changed my mind. I think has been the original speaker out there, and he was also assaulted. Now for him to do this sort of events, he has to wear a live bulletproof vest. I don't think he learned anything from the last shooting, but he was not shot in the chest or the stomach. He was shot in the neck, and there's nothing safe out there. If somebody's going to do something evil, they're going to do it, and it doesn't matter what we think that we're going to use to protect ourselves. But they're out there doing it because they believe that it's good to have communication, especially with people in college campuses and stuff like that, because in college and even in school we see a lot of indoctrinations. And I have gone to my kids' school a little bit with a little bit of an attitude. Like I went to my kids' middle school, and there was no American flag in the reception there where you come in and check in and all that stuff. And there was a rainbow flag in there. I said, wait a minute, you're gonna tell me that you have a rainbow flag but you don't have the American flag? I said, where's the American flag? You should take that shit down from that wall. Well, that flag is not there no more, so I'm thankful for that. But nonetheless, I mean, the American flag's number one. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can put all the flags of the world. That's fine. I understand that diversity. You know, lots of foreign exchange students. You know, people with different parents, with different backgrounds, ethnicities, blah blah blah. I get it, but I thought it was very disrespectful that they didn't have the American flag and they showed the gay flag on there. So that's just where I'm at with that, okay? Nothing against the LGBT people in there, but that rainbow flag doesn't mean jack squat to me. They didn't do anything for this country. They have done nothing but to fight and destroy our cities and our states. So, yeah, they don't have my support. A lot of gay people don't even like those people from the rainbow.
John 3:16. You can't get physical with me. The Bible says in John 3:16, hey. You can't take our stuff. Hey. All right. Hey, bro. Hey, listen. The cops are going to come, and you're going to get a ticket for assault. You can't do this right now. Legally, you can't do this right now. All right, we got you on video. Let's go back over here. God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whoever will believe in him. Hey, this is assault, man. Hey, bro, this is assault. We have you on video right now. The Bible says in John 3:16.
See, and this is why I do not want to go out there, not because I'm afraid of these wimps, but because of what I might do against them. Honestly. Can't do that. I need to have some bodyguards with me. And here in Washington State, I don't think we have many people that want to go out there and, you know, speak the truth, right? It's horrible. But I find it more interesting that, you know, this is like people just sharing the gospel. Now, I'm going to give you a positive and also a negative, okay? I believe that when you go out there to
and on CNN and
when you go out there to preach the gospel of Jesus, go ahead and preach it, but don't take a loudspeaker. I know maybe some of you guys will be against me on this, but hear me out. Let me tell you why. And this is where evangelicals get it wrong. Now, you have heard that we are to go out into the world and share the gospel of Jesus, share the good news of salvation. Well, according to Jesus' instructions, I know, sir, I know. As soon as I put my ballot in there, I need $2,000 or 2,000 registered voters' signatures in order for me to be able to put my name on the ballot. So when we get closer to it, maybe towards March, I am planning a trip hopefully in February. Be gone for a month, but in March we'll probably start talking about exactly what we're gonna do with it, and I'll make sure, Junior, that do you have my phone number still, right? If you can just send me a text in there so I can save your name on there. I don't think I saved the last time that I talked to you because I didn't ask you for permission. But you can definitely call the number, all right, brother? Y vamos a hacer un trabajo para nuestro país y para nuestra gente también, including our Latino people. We're gonna try to do the best that we can for them. We'll make a good example of what migrants that follow the law, that become American citizens, are actually supposed to do when they are citizens of this country. Man, I wish you were here the other day, man. There was a Boricua that got on the phone, and he was just going off on us and why are we doing this and that, and it's just like, bro, where is Junior, man? Where the hell is Junior? But anyway, so we have to do what we got to do, guys. We got to do what we got to do. But you can see this guy is out there preaching the gospel. So for you people that support evangelicals, it's all good. I support evangelicals. What I don't support is the loudspeaker. And, you know, some of you might think, or some of them might think that, well, you know, Jesus didn't have the technology back then. No. Well, Jesus spoke in the mountains. Well, that's because there was no speakers back. No, 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 no. That's not it either. Jesus will tell his disciples, mind you this, he will walk through the streets and the cities and the deserts, and people started following him. Following him. He didn't just stand in a park and started preaching the good news. He walked. He visited people where he was welcome. He entered, and he fellowship with them, had fellowship with them. Where he was rejected, he walked away from them, took back his peace and his blessing from those people. And that's exactly how we as evangelicals were supposed to be. We can go and visit, make friends, get a referral. Somebody invites you over to their house. They'll take you to a friend's house, and they want to have you meet some more people. And then there's another thing that Jesus will do. And Jesus will be walking down the street, and there was just multitudes of people following him. You see, he didn't go chasing the multitudes. The multitudes followed him. And I think that's a huge, big difference. People can interpret the Bible however they want, I understand. But I'm just giving you what I believe, what I gather from the information, and what I see. Now, the reason for this is because if you go to an event with a loudspeaker, right, even though there might be music playing at this party or a gathering or whatever, they have a permit for that place. Okay, you got to respect their little space. Even if it's a public place, you got to respect their space. Don't go in there crashing their party. I think it's rude. I don't think it's right. But if you want to stand out there in the corner and you want to preach the word of God, okay, by all means, go do that. That's fine. But don't take a loudspeaker. I know you guys might disagree with me on that, but that's just how I feel. Now, the other thing is also that, yes, Jesus used to go up to the hills, up in the mountain, but people followed him there. And then he shared his teachings with the people. But you see, he didn't go and chase people down the street, telling them to repent. As a matter of fact, the way people repented was by him showing them love. And that is something that we don't know how to do. As I said, I wouldn't be able to go out there and pretend that I will be peaceful if somebody attacks me. I'll be more like Peter. I'll be attacking back. And I just wouldn't be the good for those kind of things. But I would definitely, I consider myself to actually be a good leader. I really do. And I'm a very good coach, by the way. And that's not to boast on myself. It's because I love doing those things, and I have done a great job when I have done them. So that's my part of my resume, I guess. But the thing is that the one person that convinces people to come to God is not you, it's not me, it's the Holy Spirit. And you are to be attracting people. For example, if you want to preach to a multitude, hey, there's some flyers. That's free. You can, it's not free for you monetary wise, but that's like a freedom of expression. You can advertise that you're going to have you're going to have a meeting, or you're going to preach the gospel of Jesus at a certain park. You got a permit, etc. You can do those things. And then nobody can bother you. And those who want to be saved, those whom the Holy Spirit chooses, will show up to that place. And then you can share the gospel. Now, you might think, oh my God, you're preaching the gospel and all these demons don't want you here. That's why they revolt. That is part of the reason. But that's exactly why you don't do that, because they won't listen. We don't have that attraction that Jesus had. So that's where I'm at with that. That's why I don't really, I'm 100% with these people. I think they shouldn't touch his stuff. I think he has the same right as they do. But I don't agree with the loudspeaker. If you go to an event where they have loud music playing, that's your prerogative. But you're not going to go over there and act like them fools out there banging on the drum. Dum, dum, just making noise so that it bothers your ears so you can hear. They're being obnoxious. We don't want to be like them, okay? That's all I'm saying. All right, well, here we go. I'm going to give you one more clip in here well, the next clip. Before you guys pass out, Tyra is looking at my face. Here you go.
On CNN, and the audience loved it.
It was stacked with Trump supporters.
Well, they said Republicans and independent. Even if it was, here's what people saw in America. They saw Trump killing it with the crowd.
He's not a stand-up comedian.
No, but it doesn't matter. People loved him and what he was saying. Then you come to a panel of 6 people who all just do nothing but dump on him and call him a liar. And America goes, didn't you just see that we like him? No one's been harder on Trump than me. But I get it, and I'm bored with it. And there's a different way to do this.
What is it?
Defend the people who still vote for him. What they see on the other side, to them, is even more dangerous.
What do you think about that? Sorry, I didn't click the video over to the live. What do you guys think about that? This is what I've been telling people. It's that, I know we disagree with Biden. We really believe that they stole the election, all that stuff, right? But at the end of the day, we just waited for those 4 years of misery to end. And now we won, and we have President Trump. And the least that we can ask for, these Democratic politicians or fake Democrat politicians, is that they respect our democracy. You like that? Our democracy, you like that? That's the word that they love to use on us all the time. Well, we used the democracy, but as I said before, what use is a democracy if you're not going to respect the results? What is a democracy when all you do is agree when it goes on your favor, but not really respecting it as an actual democracy? I don't understand that part with people, and I think that's where we get lost. That's exactly where we get lost. I think I showed you. Yeah, I think that was the last clip, I think. Let me see. Oh, here's a video that I wanted to. I think this is the one. There's a video that I wanted to share. It's about a minute and 50 seconds. I might not play all of it. I just want you to listen to one part. I'm sorry, guys. There is no sombreros for this clip. But if you guys have some sort of AI software, by all means, grab this clip. You have my permission, and do with it as you will. Here you go, my patriots, and for some of you libtards that do show up in here once in a while, check this out.
Time to time. Congress, according to James Madison, at its best, would serve as a rival to the executive branch. But unfortunately, our House Republican colleagues haven't followed the vision of this Madisonian version of democracy, because you have consistently proven to be nothing more than a rubber stamp for Donald Trump's extreme agenda. And the American people are paying attention. The American people are paying attention. So I think that when the story is told of the 119th Congress, when the votes are ultimately cast on that first Tuesday in November next year, that this day may very well turn out to be the day that House Republicans lost control of the United States House of Representatives. Because the American people are paying attention. They are smarter than you think. And they know when they are being hurt. They know when their interests are not being served. And they know when they have been lied to and deceived. You see, they know that Congress was meant to be a separate and co-equal branch of government. We don't work for President Trump. We don't work for J.D. Vance. We don't work for Elon Musk. We work for
They work for themselves.
We don't work for President Trump. We don't work for J.D. Vance. We don't work for Elon Musk. We work
for themselves, not for the American people. I repeat.
For the American people. That's what House Democrats are all about.
Sure, pal. We believe you. We believe you. You did such a great job, my friend. Good job. I know that some of you guys have not seen my old videos because they suck. I don't blame you, but I think that I have
The
another
distinguished
video here.
gentleman from the Commonwealth
Let me see if I can find it here.
of Darkness.
Keep a sec.
This legislation
this clip, it's 42 minutes long, and it is a clip that I took off from one of my videos, but we are not gonna listen to it. You guys want to listen to this guy filibuster the big beautiful bill, which he keeps calling the big ugly bill. I find it interesting. I'm laughing because these guys have been fighting President Donald Trump's memes and all these other stuff and name calling and they try to be funny. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you guys seen this clip. I have to try to find it. Let me put this boring guide on and see if I can actually find that clip. I gotta find it. Come on, I gotta find it. Let me see. I'm gonna put this boring guy on here for you guys to watch, and oh boy. Here we go. Let me see. I got something for you.
will not make life better for the American people.
Now, just so you know, this was overnight. This was like at 3-something in the morning for me, I think is what it was. It ended like around 4:30 or 5 in the morning for me, I think. But this is what we had to listen to for a long time, 4.5 hours.
The GOP tax scam represents an assault on the economy, an assault on health care, an assault on nutritional assistance, an assault on tax fairness, and an assault on fiscal responsibility. There are more than 100 other reasons to vote against this one big, ugly bill that can be found by reading this more than 1,000-page document. Those reasons are too numerous to mention, but this legislation also undermines reproductive freedom, undermines the progress that we have made in combating the climate crisis, undermines gun safety, undermines the rule of law and the independence of the federal judiciary. It even undermines the ability of hard-working and law-abiding immigrant families to provide remittances to their loved ones who may just happen to live abroad. There are more than 100 different reasons to vote against the GOP tax scam. And in the days, in the weeks, in the months to come, all of those reasons will be exposed for the American people in each and every one of your districts. But this bill represents a failed promise. Last year, Donald Trump and House Republicans spent all of their time talking about their promise to lower the high cost of living in the United States of America. In fact, Donald Trump and Republicans promised that costs would go down on day one. We're now more than 120 days past the inauguration. Costs aren't going down, they're going up. Inflation is out of control. Insurance rates remain stubbornly high. Our Moody's rating, our credit rating has been downgraded. And you've got people losing confidence
I can't believe Trump
in this economy. Republicans are crashing this economy in real time and driving us toward a recession. But beyond that, costs are actually going up. The trade war that Donald Trump has recklessly launched, his tariff scheme.
Berniel, thanks for the super chat, my friend. Dennis had a revelation a few years ago to fire up a stream and talk for more than 1 hour. Aim for the faint of heart. Dennis, a true American patriot. That's right, and don't you forget it, Berniel. That is exactly right. Too bad I can't give you kudos on that. I almost ended up reporting you with my cell phone. Oh, man. I'm not going to torture you guys. But in this same video, guys, I know it's 4.5 hours, but this one is only a 42-minute video, and still, I'm not going to torture with that. I found the video that I want to share with you. Now, I want you guys to pay attention to this lady. Now, the video is from a short of a French guy, it looks like. But I'm going to put it up in the screen there, and I'm going to show you guys what that is. Oh, man. Let me put it in the middle here for you so you can actually see it better. So this is a French guy that put this video out there as one of the shorts. But now I haven't played it. I just found it. I just remember that this is the guy that played it. I watched it on a bigger screen, obviously. But, well, I mean, it is pretty funny. It's about a minute long, I think. I want you to watch this Democrat lady saying that that all those mean memes from President Donald Trump are not funny. Here you go, guys. Be respectful. Don't hate this lady.
This in response to our serious request to have negotiations. He posts a deepfake video with sombreros in it, and he thinks that's funny.
It's a disgusting video, and we're going to continue to make clear bigotry will get you nowhere. We are fighting to protect the health care.
Hold on. I want you to see her face. I Let me make this smaller. I want you to see her face, guys. And yes, enjoy the mariachi music. Let me see if I can get this big enough. I think it stretches it too much to the point where you can't really see it. I won't be able to do it that way. That's why. All right, so I guess I'll just enlarge it so that you can see the face as best as you can. Okay. Let me see here. Hopefully, I don't lose too much resolution, but hopefully that's big enough. Here you go. Let's see. Let's do that. All right, here we go.
The American people in the face of an unprecedented Republican assault.
This isn't funny to the American people who are starting to get their premium bills right now. Then today it's the Grim Reaper with himself in a video that is just, again, completely, he thinks this is funny. He thinks that people are going to joke about this. I promise you, they're not. They are seeing their premiums double right now.
It is funny.
Even he said it at the end, man. I wish that I would have had this actual clip. The actual clip. Oh, man. It's just like, he thinks he's funny. He's not funny. Oh, man. Oh, my God, dude. I find these people so hilarious, man. Hilarious. I had to go look for that video, guys. I had to go dig for it. I've seen the bigger version of it, but that was good enough. That was the clip that I wanted to show you. So, oh yeah. Let me see. What is that? Wanted to jump off a bridge. Dems are worried about Biden's performance. Here is some old memories for you American patriots out there, because I want you guys to have fun in the night. Well, let's take a look at a couple of things here from Joe Biden, your fearless leader, Democrats. Here you go. And if I can find out what the hell the sound is for this thing.
Train of thought, paused for several seconds, and then gave a confusion in the debate where President Biden was talking about the national debt and seemed to lose his train of thought, paused for several seconds, and then gave a confusing answer.
Sharp as a tack, my friends. Sharp as a tack.
He said that when that happened, the entire room was just completely silent and in shock, and that this member's own reaction was that he wanted to jump off of a bridge. And he said that throughout the course of the 90 minutes of the debate, he and the other lawmakers in the room felt like Donald Trump looked young and Joe Biden looked old, and that Donald Trump seemed to mostly be on the offensive, and that Joe Biden seemed to be mostly on the defense. Democrats, he said, are just panicked right now and don't even know what to do. I mean, these are some really devastating reviews for a Biden campaign that really wanted to use tonight to dispel this notion that President Biden is too old for a second term early on in the debate where...
Sorry about that, man. Junior says, put me in a room with all my exes and the mums before we listen to Morehouse Democrat filibusters. Well, you are safe now, my friend. You are now safe. Thanks for the super chat, by the way. I appreciate it. We're gonna see if we have another Biden video here. Let me see. I love it when when we put the truth out there. Now I want to make sure that I have a disclaimer here. If something is AI, I apologize. I can't tell. But what is it? How come I can't make this bigger? Let's see. I'm trying to show you guys a good clip. Let's see. I know my friends and I spent the last 4 years telling you Trump is a dictator and a danger to democracy and to put him in the bullseye and take him out. But whoa, guys, let's lower the temp in here. All right, let's see what he says on here. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Here we go. Put you right there in the middle, Biden. All right, go for it.
I want to speak to you tonight about the need for us to lower the temperature in our politics. And to remember, while we may disagree, we are not enemies.
Yeah.
We're neighbors.
That's right.
We're friends.
Yes.
Co-workers, citizens.
Yes, sir.
And most importantly, we're fellow Americans.
Yes, sir.
We must stand together.
Yes.
Yesterday's shooting at Donald Trump's rally in Pennsylvania calls on all of us to take a step back. Take stock of where we are, how we go forward from here. Thankfully, former Trump is not seriously injured. I spoke with him last night. I'm grateful. He's doing well, and Jill and I keep...
Wait, did he say former Trump? Former Trump is leisure.
Him and his family in our prayers. We also extend our deepest condolences to the family of the victims who was killed. Corey was a husband, a father, a volunteer firefighter, a hero, sheltering his family from those bullets. We should all hold his family and all those injured in our prayers.
Yes, sir. I agree. All right. I don't know what the hell he said, but some of the stuff that he said that I can actually understand, I agree with. So I gotta give him kudos for that. Let's see, what do we got here? Man in the house. Rush is in the house. Oh my gosh, how long have you guys been here? I'm sorry. I've been looking this way to the other screen and trying to get some videos for you. His diapers are full, says Magic Cat. Oh man. Guys, listen, I have to do it. I have to do it, guys. I want to know I cannot play the sound, but I want to know what the hell is going on here. Guys, don't hate me, okay? Don't hate me, but I really want to know what the hell is going on. Here we go. No, I don't want the music. Here we go. I'm sorry, guys. I had to do it. We got it. Oh man, hold on. I moved the screen. Hold on. Cash, man, you gotta keep them glasses on, bro. Is that AI, guys? Is that AI? Can somebody tell me, please? Tell me that's AI, guys. Oh my God! Please tell me that was AI. Tell me that was artificial intelligence right there. Oh man, Cash, man, you be freaking me out sometimes, bro. Freaking me out. Let me see. Oh, you guys remember this one? This is the whole flyby President Trump. Oh no, you can't do it that way. God, I hate it that we can't do that. Al Arabiya is funded in whole. I don't know what the hell that is. Trump post AI video amid no king's fall. Yeah, you know what? You guys already seen that, I'm sure. Doesn't seem to be funny. Let's see. I love Conroe. No. Let me see if I can actually get into my X account because I haven't been in there for a while. What's happening in my X account? And I'm not talking about my exes in Texas. All right, let's see. War Room. There is some new information here. What the hell is it? Man, I've been missing a lot of news in here. All right, first of all, let's get into some of these pictures that they have on here. On my X, this is from the new ballroom, I guess. Let me see. See, I told you guys we're not going to be arguing too much about politics, but we're going to watch some stuff in here. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Breaking at the press secretary announces the construction of a new 90,000 square foot ballroom at the White House, with construction to begin in September, and it has begun already. So for all you haters out there, oh wait, there's none of them here, only patriots. Only patriots are in here. Yes, the ballroom, here it is, under construction. I know that's pretty big, but just so you guys get a better view. There you go. You guys were wondering if the construction has started. Well, there you go. Fantastic. Well. Day 3 of demolition at the White House. The East Wing, as we know, is gone. And here's a document that I haven't read yet. Let me see what this says. I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to see that or read it on there. But it won't let me make it bigger. I can't read what that says. Notification under siege by Eric Trump. Threshold something. I don't know what the hell that says, but I know Donald Trump says, congratulations to Eric Trump. Such a great honor to be number one. Does somebody know what the hell that was about? I can't believe I missed it. I really can't believe it. I have not been on my X account looking at the Trump's war room. So I apologize about that. I think we're going to make this one on a smaller scale. But we'll make it bigger on this screen here. Check that out. So there you go. Donald Trump says, I just spent some time in the Oval Office with Brad Little, the great governor of Idaho. He is doing a fantastic job and has my complete and total endorsement. I don't know who that guy is, but I did hear that one of the people that he endorsed for governor, I think it was, or mayor or something, was doing some racist things, comments, chat or something. First, we were hearing that it was AI generated, but he dropped out of the race. So now we have asked former President Barack Hussein Obama whether or not he really believes that in 2020 Joe Biden got 15 million more votes than he did in 2012. 65.9 million votes to Obama versus 81 million votes for President Biden. Wow. Additionally, ask him why is that Joe Biden beat Obama in every single swing state with the black vote in 2020. Well, that's very simple, President Trump. He told them if they didn't vote for him, they were not black. And well, they were confirming themselves to be black. That's why they voted. Even though black voters hate him. But in no other state, right? The 2020 election was an illegal scam hoax that the people of our great country will never forget. Now, I will agree with that statement. We will never forget it. But at the same time, to be honest, I am grateful that it actually happened. I think that it was all God's plan all along. And, well, we're back in office, and we're doing better than we would have done if we would have done a second term after the first one. 14 people were shot over the weekend in Chicago. 4 dead. What does failed Governor Pritzker and the equally pathetic mayor say now? Bring in the federal government and bring them in now. That's just the way I think Trump talks. I don't know. Get him in here. Get them there. Get the National Guard in there now. Man, I sound more like Arnold Schwarzenegger than President Trump. I know. Horrible imitations here. But let me see what else is new. Let's see what our what's going on here? Let's see. We have just over 2 weeks to pass Prop 50. And when we do it, wait a minute. Don't tell me that I didn't say this. I didn't record it. Come on. Tell me I did it. Tell me I did it. Oh, man. I can't believe it. Son of a biscuit. Here, let me search something here real quick.
A rude awakening on Wednesday morning.
That's not it. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to look it up. But let's take a listen at Barack Obama on this one. Let's see what he's saying here.
There's a broader principle at stake that has to do with whether or not our democracy can be manipulated by those who are already in power to entrench themselves further, or whether we're going to have a system that allows the people to decide who's going to represent them. And we're going to continue this extraordinary experiment that is about to be 250 years old. So, as Gavin said, the only way this works, though, is if we have folks on the ground who are doing the work. We can have terrific leadership. We can have wonderful elected officials who have good ideas and want to move things forward, but none of that will make a difference unless we are able to reach millions of people. And the best way to reach them is through the work that you're doing. So I am so appreciative of.
Oh man, this guy can't even read no more. Here, I think I found the video, guys. Yeah, this is it. Here we go. Watch this. Let me make the screen right for you guys. But you may have seen this already. All right, let me see. I hope that you guys saw this already.
We can stop Trump cold.
It's the governor versus the governator in California TV ads.
Vote no on Proposition 50.
Voting is already underway.
In a battle that will largely redefine Governor Gavin Newsom's future and former Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger's legacy.
California will be very unique and very independent.
In 2010, 61% of California voters agreed with then-Governor Schwarzenegger and created an independent citizen commission to draw California's congressional lines, taking that power away from politicians.
We must terminate gerrymandering.
Ever since, Schwarzenegger has traveled the country, asking other states to do the same. This year, Texas Republicans went a different way, redrawing their districts mid-decade, hoping to add 5 more Republican seats to the U.S. House.
They fired the first shot, Texas.
Governor Newsom is now asking California voters to approve Proposition 50, which would replace the congressional map drawn by the state's Independent Redistricting Commission with this map drawn by Democrats that seeks to add 5 Democratic House seats.
This is a scam.
Schwarzenegger's only TV interview on this topic was with CNN in September, after posting this to social media: F the politicians, terminate gerrymandering.
It's a big mistake. 2 wrongs don't make a right. It's that simple.
Were you able to convince him?
No, I wasn't looking to convince him.
In this August interview with Fox 11 Los Angeles, I was first to report about a meeting this summer between Newsom and Schwarzenegger talking Prop 50.
I want him to know that we're maintaining it. And I also want him to know if we are not successful with this, there'll be no independent redistricting in this country.
He says that it is temporary. You don't buy what Governor Newsom's saying?
Of course not. Look, I've sat there in Sacramento. I've listened to the politicians for 7 years. They are not interested in giving any power to the people.
What are the stakes of Prop 50?
Yeah, I mean, the stakes are enormous.
Ron Brownstein is a longtime California political watcher. He says Prop 50 passing could boost Democrat chances to win back the House in 26, and Newsom's potential pursuit of the Democratic presidential nomination in 28.
Democratic voters see him as not only being willing, but able to push back against Trump.
These are the 5 Republican members of the House who Democrats are targeting with the new map. Among them, Ken Calvert, a Congress member from California's Inland Empire since 1993.
We're in the city of Corona, which is now represented by Calvert. And Republicans we talked to here are not thrilled at the possibility of being represented by a Democrat.
As a Republican, I don't like that. And it would be the same. I mean, if I were a Democrat, I would want my district to represent me.
No, it's absolutely no. And I have a big sign on my yard.
We find a different view in Venice Beach, one of the most Democratic areas in the state.
I want somewhere where we have a little bit more balance.
I'm very much against gerrymandering. And yet, what are we to do when they've locked up the Supreme Court?
We can't sit back and talk nicely. We've got to roll up our sleeves and fight. So yes on Prop 50.
Newsom and Schwarzenegger both told me that they still have a cordial, respectful relationship. They just have a disagreement on this particular issue. California voters have until November 4th to either return their ballot at spots like this or vote in person. Aaron?
There you go. You guys heard it. So, that's a... Man. You know, I told you guys that there was a time where I had to renew my license in California. Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger was in office, and I could not renew my license because my green card had expired. Now, that doesn't mean that I was illegal in the country. It just means that if I was to leave the country, coming back, I wouldn't be able to use my green card because it's an expired document. Once you have green card, it doesn't expire you being a resident alien in this country, but the document needs to be vigilant or active or whatever. Man, that was harsh. That was very strict. And I'm like, well, hey, you know, I'm a resident. It says right here, even if it's expired, you know, it is the rules. And well, now we see that illegal immigrants have, you know, and we're not talking about just regular licenses. That's just part of it. You know, these people probably come back they come here from their country, and they don't even have a license in their country because they're horrible drivers. I mean, I drove so many times in California, man. I kid you not. I drove so many times in California. I think I was on my way from, I think it was from L.A. I was driving down to, I think it was Corona. It just happened that it's Corona here. But on the way there, no, it was Corona. From Corona, I was driving down to Anaheim, I think is what it was. Man, what was it? I can't remember. I think it's Irvine, California, I think it was. But the thing is, when I was driving on the freeway, there was this Mexican. How do I know it's Mexican? Well, they had a Mexican flag on them, and they were drunk, drinking beer in the car while they were driving, almost hit me. And then I was looking at them, and then it's like I changed lanes. Well, the guy got in front of me, grabbed his Modelo in the can, not in the bottle, and threw it at me and hit my door. And I say, oh, no, you didn't. And I started like, oh, yeah, you want to do that? And then he sped up. I followed him. I called the cops, etc., blah, blah, blah. And I couldn't follow him all the way because he's speeding way too fast. And, of course, I had to respect the law. Even though I sped for a little bit, I didn't think it was safe. But I was fast enough to give him the truck, the model, the color, and the license plate. And I told him what had happened to his little road rage. He was driving drunk, swerving on the freeway. Very unfortunate because he's giving Hispanics a bad name while driving while intoxicated. And that's the thing. That Irvine, yes, Irvine. It's not Irvine, it's Irvine, right? I think that's how you say it. That is the city. But I was driving from Corona because I was living there. I was there for just a few months. We were trying to help this person save their house from being foreclosed. So we were in there, but there's nothing we can do. We found out that they hadn't paid their mortgage for over a year, and we were not going to do that. So I moved out of there. But there's a lot of things that we need to take care of. I'm glad that Bernier is gonna run hopefully for 2030. It'll be nice to see a strong Hispanic that actually loves the Spanish community, gives to all the people, not just the Hispanics, but to all American people in the state of California. He supports small businesses, and of course we support him as well. And I'm going to tell you, we never know what's really going to happen. That's right, Miguel. I know. You don't have to be illegal, but the point is, when somebody's driving drunk like that, you will think they don't have a license, right? That would be my first guess. The fact that he was swerving, driving on the freeway, drinking and driving, like literally drinking in the car. I mean, some people, at least, they try to hide it. You know what I mean? They try to hide it. And unfortunately, I've seen that all of the illegal immigrants that I know, all of them, especially the men, not the women, the men, all drive while drinking alcohol. I used to be one of the people that used to go play soccer with them. And right after the game, they just open the trunk in the car and everybody's drinking beer. I know it was horrible because I believe it was the parks you cannot drink or have any open containers, alcoholic containers out in the park. I didn't know. I was like 21 years old back then. Stupid young adult. But once you learn the rules, you start respecting them, and then this is how you learn. How do you fix your mistakes? So, there is one more clip that I would love to show you. Let me see. Key Senate races could chip away at one party power. Let's see. How long is this thing?
This is an off-year election. It's not the sexiest election. We probably won't have an election night special, so to speak.
Let me see what this is. While Republicans in Washington state have little chance of retaking majority, several key races on the November ballot could give them enough leverage to have a seat at the table. Follow Undivided across platforms and subscribe to support their show. This is undividedpod.com, if you guys ever heard of her. She's a little monotone to me, but I think she's, she gives good information. If you guys want to watch her, it'd be great. Let me go ahead and share part of this clip that she's made in here and see what you guys think about that. Okay, let's take a look and see what she says.
But there are some key races that will have a profound impact on not just their individual districts, but the state of Washington as a whole. As you know, we are overwhelmingly a one-party state. Democrats have very strong majorities in the House and the Senate, and obviously control the governor's office and all other statewide elected offices. But just 1 to 2 seat switch in the House or Senate can make it so that can go from Democrats can push through anything they want to all of a sudden Democrats actually have to consult Republicans to be able to get something done. And even if you are a hardcore Democrat, you have to acknowledge that a little bit of checks and balances always leads to better policies. So the Seattle Times, this is not a Seattle Times' trash segment. This is a compliment for the Seattle Times editorial board, which every once in a while decides to pretend as if it's reasonable. So, pretend away. They said in an op-ed, these candidates in 3 key legislative races focus on results, new taxes. And I thought this was great. So they're basically endorsing this trio of candidates. 2 of them are Democrats and 1 of them is a Republican. So Kevin Schilling, who's running for state rep in the 33rd, which is the Burien area. Democrat Amy Wallen, who's running for state senate in the 48th, which is the Kirkland area. And then Chad Moggindons, who's running for state senate in the 5th, which is the Issaquah area. And he's the Republican of the 3 of them. But the Seattle Times editorial board basically said, look, you got to put party aside because these 3 have shown that they're willing to scrutinize budgets. They're willing to scrutinize taxes. They don't just sign off on the party line. And that's what we need in Olympia right now. And I could not agree more. So I want to focus today on the race for the 5th legislative district for state senate. So again, it's one of those districts that's been reconfigured a little bit in recent years, but it essentially is like Issaquah, a little south of Issaquah. So if you're in the 5th, you probably know that this is a race that's going to be on your ballot. So it is pitting Victoria Hunt, the Democrat, who was installed after the Bill Ramos, the former state senator, passed away late last year, and then Chad Moggindons, who's the Republican running. And look, this is a no-brainer to me. First of all, Victoria Hunt, she has been absolutely a carbon copy of whatever the Democratic Party wants her to be. And this is a district that's pretty purple. And so, for that district endorsement, but they
I actually want to listen to John Fetterman here, where he says that he refuses to be part of this. This is from Sean Hannity. If you guys don't like Fox News, you might want to close your eyes. I'm not sure why, but yeah, let's take a look. Let's see Fetterman on a possible primary challenger. Let me see. Is this 21 minutes ago from Fox News? Let's go ahead and take a listen and see what's going on. What do you guys think about what's happening over there over here in Seattle? You see how there's not that many people that want to run for office here if they're going to go against Democrats. It really is a blue state, guys. It really is a blue state. Palisades was a land grab for land developers, declared contaminated land sale for dirt cheap. Man, I know that there's movies about this, Berniel, but we hear the stories, but then we watch the movies as well, and then we see it in real life. And there is senators, sometimes mayors of certain cities and counties, and they purposely allow crime to just go rampant about, so that they can, buy real estate for cheap. And then eventually the problem gets fixed, cleaned up, and then they resell at a higher value. I mean, we've seen so many stories, right? A lot of movies being done about that. We've seen businesses go out. And the governor, the senators, the mayors, they don't care. They don't care what happens to small businesses. They don't care what happens to the people. I want to tell you what, Bob Ferguson, he ran a campaign over here. I knew he was going to be a piece of junk anyways from the get-go. But he promised that he was going to spend millions of dollars to enforce, bring more police. They were going to protect the Washingtonians more. And once he got in office, well, he changed his tune. He lied to people. And then, of course, all the leftists follow him because, well, they're the majority. And he does convenience or takes their side, and they don't care about Republicans. He really doesn't. He is a true 100% loyalist Democrat, and he doesn't care about anybody else. It's very unfortunate, Berniel, but it happens, man. And it's not just here. It's not just in Canada. It's everywhere. So, as many times as President Donald Trump said that he would never run for president, but that he would if he had no choice. If he had to, he would, and that he was not going to lose. So I can respect that. I can appreciate that. Let me drop a couple of facts here for you guys who hate President Donald Trump. Before he was president, throughout his career, he got hit with lawsuits. destroyed a lot of businesses trying to invest and make money, etc. Try to get loans from certain banks. They said no because he had no money. Now, even if he had money from his dad or whatever, right, as an inheritance, there was a time where he lost all his money, and banks did not want to loan him any. And you know what? He is now a billionaire. And the one thing that I share with people is that they hate President Trump because of all his failures in life and this and that. And what they don't realize is that all these failures that he's had in life has made him who he is today. And I can tell you right now, all the suffering in my life, all the bad decisions, all the consequences that I had to pay for my irresponsibility has taught me a lot more than if I never made one mistake. I think if you don't make mistakes, you never really truly learn in life. And sometimes the people that suffer the most are the ones that are more capable to get along, to do the job the right way, the way that it's supposed to, fair and just. And that's where we're at. You're looking at this, migrant Hispanic that became an American citizen with, a lot of baggage from bad history and, all this pain and suffering and people that make fun about it. You know what? That's all. It's okay because I learned to be who I am today because of those things that I have to suffer. And so you will be surprised how many jobs I've done in my life, how much experience I have with different type of jobs. I am a true migrant Hispanic in this country. I know everything about, well, not everything, but I know plumbing, I know electrical, I know drywall, I know, sheetrock, if you guys know that. I know painting, I know framing, taping, I know construction, bricks, etc. Cooking, I've been a cook, I've been a dishwasher, customer service, server, waiter, whatever name you want to give, technical support. I've been in, computers. I've done so many things. I have fixed televisions, stereos, etc. Any type of electronic you can think of. The only thing that I've never really done has been mechanic. And for that, I have very little knowledge, but nonetheless, I change my own tires. I have changed my own oil. I have changed my own spark plugs. And I'd rather pay somebody to do it for me. So now he's not sponsoring me for this, but I will say that there is some locations. One is in Compton. If you guys look for Bernardo and Graciela, this is a EDS, which is what you see on my hat here. They actually provide services for fuel injection, mufflers, alignments, clutch, tune-ups, brakes. The stuff that we don't know how to handle ourselves, there's a location on Compton and one in Southgate. I don't have permission to give addresses yet, but if at some point, Berniel, you would like to have me say those addresses, just let me have a go, and I would be more than happy to say it. This is not a sponsored of the channel, but I believe that he is helping a lot of patriots with content, and he is technically an entrepreneur. He's got a business that is providing for the family. He's paying taxes. He loves the United States of America, and hopefully he does run for office. Let me see. Speaking of the devil, that's him, Berniel, the businessman that I'm talking about. Dennis, quick story. In the 80s, Trump was not known. His limo broke down in downtown Manhattan. 3 good Samaritans helped them push the limo out of harm's way. The next day, bank called them. Their home mortgage had been paid. Oh, wow, dude. Wow. That sounds so familiar, though. And you know what? I don't think that's the only story that people don't know about. That's amazing. You remember the story about how he was trying to let the homeless use some sort of buildings that were empty, but they would have heat, to save them from a winter or something like that. They don't talk about those stories in his past, but they do talk about everything bad that's happened. The bankruptcies. I think he had like 6 bankruptcies. He had that scandal with the university he tried to do. It's very hard because you have to trust in people that manage and, do their jobs to do it right. He trusted his legal team to do the right things for his campaigning. He got in trouble. He had the hush money deal thing. The lawyers threw him under the bus. You know, I think it's ridiculous, right? That we know that lawyers are supposed to have this, customer. What do they call that? Client lawyer. I don't know what the hell it's called. How do you say that? I forget the term, but it's like client something privilege, right? Client attorney privilege, I think is what it's called. And they broke that. They broke that privilege. And I think that that's wrong. But nonetheless, whatever it is, the fact is that he has learned his lessons, even from his first run as president, his first term. He learned a lot of things that he wouldn't have known unless he actually was in office. So I got to give him credit for that. They never want to give a percentage number, just more. What are you talking about, man? Rush says exactly, but I have no idea. Oh, Melody, what percentage is fair to pay you millionaires and billionaires? Oh, I see. Everything he sells with his name brand did not sell well and was cheaply made. Melody, I blame him because he does say that he has a great relationship with China. What does Senator Kennedy says? Good night, brother. You have a good night, man. Take it easy. What does Senator Kennedy say? He says something like God created the world and China created everything else. I don't know. And everything else was made in China. Ah, man, I butchered the joke. I'm going to have to look it up and give it to you guys another time. All right, guys, it's 8 o'clock. I know I went a little bit longer because I did start late today. I'm telling you, I've been having so many technical issues with the software and everything. But let's watch one more video before we go, and then I can go ahead and close out.
Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman is with us. Senator, thank you for being with us. I know a lot of Democrats don't want to come on this show. I'll be respectful. I've had the opportunity to meet with you and have, very civil conversations and friendly and actually fun, to be very honest. And we appreciate you being here.
But yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me on. Sean, it's a pleasure to have this conversation. Absolutely.
I want to start with this issue because if you go back to the end of the 24 campaign, the closing argument to me was Nazi, fascist, racist, Hitler, Stalin, Mussolini. I don't think it worked out well for the Democrats. And you actually said if you're looking for a Democrat, and this is what you said, that's going to call people Nazis, fascists, all these kinds of things, I'm not going to be that guy. Okay. I admire you for saying that. I'm not going to be the guy, saying those things about the left either, because, those are the worst adjectives you can use. But you've made a decision not to, but your party is going in the other direction. And they're saying it with regularity, and I'll play more tape later in the show today about it. What is going on? Why have they chosen that path when it didn't succeed the first time?
I don't know why, and I've always refused to say that. And when then the Vice President Harris referred to President Trump as a fascist, and I knew absolutely we lost the plot at that point. If you call the president or someone like a fascist, you're effectively calling the people that are going to vote for him, and then they must be fascists too, or they support fascism and those things, and that's just not true. That's just not it. I happen to know, and I love a lot of people that voted for the president, and they're not fascists, they're not Nazis, they're not trying to destroy the Constitution and all those things. They just happen to have a different priorities, and they love our country in the same ways that Democrats do as well. So I refuse to do those kinds of a thing, because that kind of extreme kinds of rhetoric makes it easier for those kinds of extreme kinds of actions, even like what happened to poor Charlie Kirk and that. And now why you can't allow people to grieve and now use that an opportunity to criticize or to turn it into something. It's like, it's just basic humanity there. And like, we're forgetting that we need each other. We need each other here. And now I refuse to be a part of it and comparing people to Hitler and those things, because that's If that's what's required to win, then I refuse to.
You just heard a Democratic colleague's family will suffer, but we need the leverage. Wow, that's a pretty impactful statement to me. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, like I just said that, I just put that in my social. Like 2 million Pennsylvanians depend on SNAP to helping feed themselves and their family. 2 million. And now that's going to be suspended because our government is shut down. I can't ever vote for that kinds of mass food insecurity like that. And now I'm going to be a county, I'm a country over party guy. I'm always going to vote to pay our military over the party. I'm always going to vote to pay the Capitol Police here versus over the party. I mean, I'm always going to vote country over my party. And if I pay a price within my base, that's something I'm willing to do because I happen to believe it's very true. And that's what's honest where we are right now. It's wrong to shut our government down, and that's going to impact millions of Americans. And I do believe Leader Thune is an honorable man. And I do believe that we can have significant and important conversations to negotiate to extend those tax credits. And I do hope we're able to do these things. So for me, it's a core responsibility here as a senator to keep our government open. And I'm never going to vote to shut our government down. And I don't care if it's the Republicans or Democrats, whatever, it's wrong.
How do you interpret Chuck Schumer, when we played montages on this program of him over the course of his entire career speaking out against a government shutdown, and now he's made the decision to do it? You came under heavy criticism when this happened back earlier in the year, as did he, but now he's changed course. Do you believe he's catering to a rise of radicalism in your party? Do you see a rise of radicalism in your ranks?
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to pause it for this. Okay, so the reason why it is going to be for Americans is because the reason why they shut down the government, I try to type it in there, but the reason why they shut the government down was because the big beautiful bill has it blocked to where they will not get any assistance. So the fact that the government shutdown is happening right now, a lot of Americans do depend on a lot of these social services that they have out there. And if they open the government, this is why we need to have the government open, is so that our troops get paid, Americans still get the help, and little by little we're going to be flushing out these illegal immigrants, getting the services that are supposed to be for Americans. I hope that makes sense, guys. So,
what his views are, and I'll of course I'll respect whatever his views are, but I'm not afraid to tell my truth, and if I'm going to pay a penalty, I'm not afraid of that. It's wrong to shut our government down. And then if I lose some support within the base, well, I'm going to be honest. And I'll be the Democrat that refused to lie to the base and just say that it's the right thing to shut the government down and to create these kinds of things. I want to extend these tax credits and make health insurance more affordable. But I also refuse to vote to suspend SNAP for millions of Pennsylvanians in my state and across the entire nation. I refuse to do those things.
Senator, you've taken other bold stands. For example, you supported President Trump taking out Iranian nuclear sites. You've been an outspoken supporter of Israel. I have a hard time understanding those that don't understand, that the equivalent of 40,000 Americans, based on their population versus ours, were killed in a single day. Murder, rape, kidnapping, torture, beheadings, that all happened. And if it happened in this country and we've been hit with hundreds of thousands of rockets, I ask everybody that is criticizing Israel, what would you expect America to do? What do you think is missing in terms of their thought process?
I can't imagine why. I believe my party betrayed Israel through that Gaza war. I became really the last Democrat that's going to stand with Israel to the end. And I think I was one of the first and only Democrat to celebrate the ceasefire and the peace deal that the president helped achieve. I mean, that's an incredible development. That's not about the politics. That's amazing. I was the only Democrat that supported the Iranian nuclear sites. How could we allow Iran to acquire a nuclear bomb? I mean, again, I'm going to follow country over party through these things. And I think it's magnificent what Israel's been able to accomplish. They were able to break and destroy Hamas, Hezbollah, and Houthis. And now they also broke and humiliated Iran, and that blocked them from acquiring a nuclear bomb. That's huge. And all the experts were wrong. And I was proud to stand with Israel. And I absolutely agreed way the president has handled that situation through it. And I'm always going to vote whatever supports Israel, military, financial, intelligence, whatever that is.
Yeah. According to the bills, there's a report about your voting record. It's called GovTrack. You're the 17th most liberal member of the Senate in terms of the legislation that you sponsored. And I know you've answered the question about being a Republican many times, so I won't bother asking you. But on the issue of Democrats, because you take a few positions that don't toe the line, they're talking about when your cycle comes up, they want to primary you. What is your response to them?
I really, I'm not afraid of telling the truth. As I've said, I'll be the Democrat that refuses to lie to the base and pretend that this is right. I'm proud to stand with Israel. I'm proud to say that we need to secure our border. I think it's entirely appropriate to bomb the Iranian nuclear facilities. And now I refuse to call my fellow citizens as they're fascists or Nazis or those things. I will agree also that we must keep our government open. And if somebody wants to primary me or the party wants to vote me out, it's like I'm going to go down being honest and telling you that this is wrong. To do these kinds of things, and I refuse to do that. I think we need to be a big tent party. That doesn't sound like I'm a Democrat, and I know.
I thought it was a mistake. I'm sorry, Senator. I thought it was a mistake when Democratic senators, voted against the largest tax cut in history. A lot of hardworking blue-collar workers in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. No tax on tips, overtime, or Social Security. I would think that they would have wanted that. Why would they be against that?
Yeah, I actually love that no taxes on tips, and that was all rolled up. That was all passed through a UC. 100 out of 100 of us agreed on those kinds of a thing. And then I also happened to agree that I was concerned about cutting Medicaid. And in my Pennsylvania, rural healthcare was significant, and all those hospitals in those red counties are always struggling for that. We can agree and disagree on different things, but for me, I'm going to be the one kind of Democrat that's going to be, hey, I happen to believe these things, and if that moves against,
I like the way he talks. I have never agreed with the way he dresses. Here I'm at home. It's not a big deal. And if the channel grows enough, and we get a different place to do this, I will make it look more professional. I love wearing suits. I have gotten rid of my suits because the work that I have been doing lately has always been work that I don't need a suit. And when you try to buy other clothing and stuff, some have to go. I don't care about his hoodie. He can wear whatever he wants. I do believe he should be wearing a suit, obviously, but that's just me. I don't think there is rules that he has to wear a suit, but I believe that he will look more professional in a suit. Nonetheless, there's a lot of people in suits on the fake Democratic Party, which unfortunately Fetterman is loyal to the Democratic Party, but that party doesn't exist. And I know it's hard to let go of things that you are so accustomed to following, but at some point, you got to call it. You got to call it as it is. Let me see if I got this. NATO leader reveals what's next after Trump canceled Putin. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know this. Let me see. Let's see if we can get some information from this really quick. Let me see, Zachary, what's up? What's up? Let's see, Zachary Watson. Luis Montalvo, you have been working the strawberry fields, Dennis. I actually, there were raspberries, but yes, I have been. I used to get $7 per basket to the whole thing, the whole tray. And I used to be very fast, so I represented my people just about right. Marvin Bernal says, one more thing, Dennis Herrera drove Laren away to Ohio. I don't know what that means. All right, 420, thanks for joining. I appreciate you subscribing. We'll see you next time, brother. Have a good night. Be blessed. We have a lot of older people in the state, and we got to take care of them, my friend. We got to take care of them, and we got to make sure that all Americans get the benefits that they deserve and need. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for sticking around with me. Thank you for visiting my channel. Trinity, thank you as always. You're a great moderator. You guys are Rush. You're also very, very full of information. Liberty for all. I'm against helping other countries. Let's help and fix our land first. All 50 states, including Puerto Rico. We can forget about Puerto Rico. Don't worry, Junior Vasquez is already gone. We can talk smack about Puerto Rico now. I'm just kidding. Yes, every single territory. I believe that. And I love you all for your support, especially you, Trinity. You are a great sister, and I appreciate that. My wife says hello. She was asking about you earlier. So thank you for that. She knows you're looking out. Rush, I know you're my Washingtonian, sis. One day, I'm going to take a drive down to Palouse Falls. When I do, I will let you know, and who knows, maybe we can go to a Denny's in Spokane or something and have a coffee. That will be about 5.5 hour drive each way for that coffee, just so you know. But I would love to see if there is everybody that doesn't care about us, you can leave. You all have a good night. But Rush, I am serious about this. I think that I would like to get some insight on the eastern side of Washington. I would like to hear what people complain the most about, what they care about, what are they looking for, their governor to do that for them. You and I, we already know that we want to support the farmers. I would really love to meet some farmers in person before I even run. Before I even put my name on the ballot next year, because that's not going to happen. Believe until the 28th. I think that's how it goes. I think if I have the dates right, but it gives us time to campaign, but not campaign as a politician. Campaign as a concerned Washingtonian that wants to help the people. I really want to get into that. I don't want to wait till the last minute to pretend that I care. But if you can find out some inside information for me down there, I know it's not easy. People ask me to find some information about Seattle. Seattle's huge. Edmonds and Linwood. I mean, you can't just go to a spot and be like, yeah, I found everything here was right. I found everything here is wrong. No, that's not how it works. You got to talk with people. Maybe you get a referral. You get to the right contact. Would love to meet with farmers and see what they actually need and see if there's something that we can do, right, to make a difference. And anybody else that you know that is Washingtonian, I would love to meet as well, okay? So I know what I should have my hair tied back, actually, look more professional. I do believe in that, but, when you're out there on the farm field, you don't wear a suit. You wear your boots and your jeans and your flannel shirts. I think that's how it looks. No, I probably wouldn't wear that, but anyway. All right, with that being said, okay, Rush, thank you for being here tonight. Be blessed. Take care of the baby. Babies. I forget if it's just one daughter or, if you got more than one, but God bless you and your family. Guys, have a good night, okay? Get some rest, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Well, whoever gets on tomorrow, but I will be on tomorrow. You all be blessed and take it easy. God bless you, and God bless the USA.